Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today we're going to start working on another series of conservation. And we're going to start working on this, put it over here so you can see it, PEP number 158. I know what you're thinking. Why are you going to work on another Archie comic? It's not because it's an Archie comic. Okay, I have plenty of other comics I could work on. I picked this one specifically because it's a Silver Age comic. Silver Age comics are notoriously hard to work on. And I want to practice on this one before I start on some of my more valuable Silver Age. Now, in this episode, what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to evaluate the comic and what needs to be done to the cover. And then once I get that done and we go through the actual cover portion of it, then I will evaluate the interior to see what I need to do to that. Simple, huh? Let's get going. So I've got this Silver Age PEP comic from Archie series. It's from, let's see, 1962. It's number 158. And I'm going to do this one for several reasons. Number one, it's a Silver Age comic. And I need to get confident in the way I'm going to handle my Silver Age because I have several expensive Silver Age comics that I want to work on. And partially because I'm not sure which way I should go with this. Now, it does have a stain, so I kind of want to do an aqueous bath, but I'm not sure it's going to hold up to an aqueous bath. And then it's got these pieces that are folded up and over and missing. I mean, here we have a place that's missing. Here it's missing paper. Back here it's missing a chunk of paper, and some of it needs to be. So the obvious first thought was, well, I can reinforce all of this with Tengujo paper, and I can reinforce the spine with Tengujo paper. And that would take care of this split, but would it really? And what about this missing part? Here, and here, and here. So a little bit of leaf casting maybe, and maybe some Tengujo paper. I don't know. And it also needs some dry cleaning. And wet cleaning as well. So it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot more work than what you would think at first glance. And I just looked up here and there's another little spot missing. And this has a fold here that's very weak, and that's going to have to be reinforced. So I'm definitely going to be using some Tengujo. Definitely going to be using some leaf casting. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try doing an aqueous bath. So the first thing I think I should do with this is take a look at it and see what all needs to be done. Now I have this backing board in here because in the middle, because I was taking some pictures of it. And that's because I want some before and after pictures. I want to do this right for a change. And I want to get an idea of how I want to do things. So I got a pencil and some paper off to the side here so I can make some notes. Obviously, the first thing I want to do is some cleaning of the white areas that I can clean without damaging the comic fur there. So number one is dry cleaning. And then I think disassembly will be next. Regardless of what I want to do to it, regardless to what I want to do to the cover, I'm going to have to take it apart before I can do anything. And also I do want to clean the interior, probably an aqueous bath on the interior, because I can smell the acid. I can nearly smell the acid without putting it up to my nose, which is bad. So next will be disassembly. I just wrote that down. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and start the aqueous bath on the interior. And while I'm doing that, maybe I'll do some minor, Tengujo repairs to the exterior. I'm going to have to do some leaf casting also, but there's no reason why I can't do both. So I haven't decided on that, but I am going to have to do some tear seals. Now I don't know if that's going to be before I'm going to have to give it an aqueous bath, maybe a 5-minute bath, because I've got a watermark here that I want to get out. So aqueous bath is what I'm going to have to do, I think. There's also some staining up here I'd like to see lessened, if not gotten out. So at some point, whether it's before or after the tear seals, I'm going to have to do an aqueous bath of 5 minutes. And that's going to be a soap bath for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to have to do a rinse. So number 5 will be a rinse. And like I said, I'm just going to rinse it. I'm not going to submerge it with water. I'm just going to rinse it off with water. Hopefully I won't lose a whole lot of color that way. Hopefully. Like I said, this is a Silver Age comic, so I have to be real careful about the cover, the color. And once I do that, I'll probably do maybe another 5-minute aqueous bath. Using calcium hydroxide. And that will help to deacidify the comic. I could do the calcium hydroxide bath with the soap, but I'm going to rinse it out, so that'll take the calcium hydroxide back out. So that would be defeating the whole purpose of the calcium hydroxide bath. And I might just spray it down with calcium hydroxide instead of getting it. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do that. I'll do a calcium hydroxide spray while it's still damp before I do anything else. Then I'll let it dry just a little bit, maybe to the point where it's just moist, and then I'll go ahead and do the little bit of leaf casting that I need to do for the top and the bottom and this corner here and the back corner. So leaf casting will come after that. And you know what? Once I get that done, I'll go ahead and proceed to the interior. And when I disassemble the comic, I'll do further analysis of what the interior needs as far as bath or cleaning or whatever it needs. But I'll do that after I disassemble it, because I don't know, I might have to do some some leaf casting to the interior. Like right here, it looks like it needs a little bit right there in the corner. So we'll get to that point when I get to it. So that's what I'm looking at right now, and I don't think I'm going to start this today. I'm waiting on somebody to show up. So if I get involved in cleaning this and they show up, I'll have to stop, and I'll just wait and start when I know there's not going to be someone coming by. I have somebody bringing some comics by. They're supposed to bring them by today. I don't know if they will or not. So, yeah. And that's where we're sitting right now. So now that I know what I'm going to be doing, and I actually have a plan for a change, in the next video, we'll actually get started with the dry cleaning. And maybe disassembly if I have time. That's it for this video. Come back on Wednesday to see part 2. And don't forget, Wednesday night, 8 p.m., I start a live stream. I'm going to grab another random box of comics from my collection, and we'll go through them. I bought some comics this weekend, but I did an impromptu pop-up live stream on Saturday evening and showed all of those. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and take a look at it. You'll either be bored or you will enjoy it. One of the two. Take care, everybody. I'll see you Wednesday morning. Bye.